you need some technical training. Now let's go back to graphics again. I didn't mistype this slide. You need to either know how to outsource or work with graphics. And even if you're going to outsource graphics, you need to know a little bit about them yourself, right? You need to know how to ask your designer, hey, I need to have the PSD files for this. I can tell you a number of times when I've talked to marketers I know, have gone, they get things from a designer, great design, but when they negotiate with the designer up front, they don't negotiate for the PSD file. And so the designer then says, hey, I gave you what you needed, but I didn't think you wanted the PSD file. I destroyed those things because that's the way we work. Again, it happens a number of times. And when you have graphics created, you have to know enough about them in order to be able to talk about these things intelligently. You need to know a little bit about coding. I'm not saying you have to be a coder, but you can't wait for somebody to fix everything on your page. You can't wait. If all you've got to do is center something on your page, you need to know how to put a center code on there in HTML, right? So if you wait for your outsourcer to do it, if you wait for to be able to go find a freelancer, what's going to happen is you're going to be stuck in waiting when you could be moving forward. You need to know a little bit about WordPress. Now I know that there's Wix and there's Squarespace and all these other things, right? I know those things exist, but the world which we exist in as information marketers is going to be WordPress, and typically you should at the very minimum be able to go to a site and look at the code in order to tell did they use WordPress or not. Because sometimes all you're trying to do is reverse engineer something. So again, you need to have a little bit of technical training. You need to know a little bit about WordPress, even if you don't use it. You need to know how to do a webinar, right? And I'm using GoToWebinar right now. You should know how to use some kind of GoToWebinar software, Zoom, Webinar Jam, but you got to be able to do these things, again, because this is where we are in information marketing. It might change in the future, but it is something that we have to be able to do. You got to be able to create documents, right? So again, I'm pretty sure you all know how to do that, but it does bear repeating that not everyone knows how to take a Word document and turn it into a PDF. You need to know how to do that stuff. You need to be able to create documents that people want. Audio and video editing. You need to know how to do it. So yes, I talked about the fact you need to have some kind of software, Camtasia or otherwise, but you need to know how to do a little audio and video editing. It's not hard to do, but again, it's just something that you need to know how to do. Otherwise, what happens is you're going to hit the wall when you got a project, you can't move forward, and you can't move forward until you talk to somebody else when, in fact, all you need to do is just do a little bit and figure out how to do some of this stuff. Now, you need to know how to team up with people, right? Team up with people. And this is where a lot of marketers get stuck because it's probably going to be everything that I talked to you about. More than likely, you know a lot of these things. In terms of tools and technical training, if you don't know how to do those things, you're probably already on the road to getting them, and you're probably on the road to actually putting those things in place. I'm pretty confident of that. What I'm not confident about, that most marketers don't really get because it's not intuitive instantly, right? This is a learned process, but it is something that we all have to get to, is how to team up. And teaming up means you get other people involved. It is a learned process to get somebody to outsource to. It is a learned process to partner with someone. It is a learned process to get a JV. And again, all of these things are going to be individual to you. You may not be able to buy an information product that will tell you how to do this, but it is something that we all have to have as a skill. It is something that we have to have as a something that we can do, someone that we can go to. We need to know how to team up with our customers. Right, as JVs. We need to know how to get interns involved. We need to know how to get employees involved. There is a point in your business where you need to employ people. And some of us, and I'm going to say this, even though I know that not everybody believes me, but I can tell you this is the truth. Some people have people in their house right now who have technical skill, who are sitting around doing nothing, and they could be helping you to move forward. Right. So again, you may not want to work with family, but family is an option, right? Family is there and they can help you rather than sitting and watching you. Ask them and get them involved, right? And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I can go on and on about that, but they are available, but they're not available if we don't ask them. Right now, I want to talk about how you think about information marketing. Again, this is called I Am Technical Kits. I'm talking about how to get a kickstart in internet marketing. So how do we need to think about information marketing? This is going to be pretty important. This is kind of the crux of what I want to get to. One of the things that I have that you're going to find is that when we use the word business, when we talk about internet marketing, it's misleading. Right? And I'm not sure that we should always say your internet marketing business. That is a misleading term. I'm going to tell you why that is the case, and I think it causes a few problems that if you understand the language and you use it right, it can alleviate some of the things that cause us not to get the right things for our business when we need them. When we use the word business, that puts the total wrong connotation and image in our brain about what we should be buying in order to make money online, right? Now, and I'll tell you why that's the case here in a minute. It causes us to think illogically about what we're doing when we use the word business, because again, when we're trying to stock up for a business, right, we are thinking about, well, hey, a business operates this. A business does all these things. The business down the street does all these really cool things, and they've got these things in place. I probably need those things in place too. Most internet marketers or information marketers understand fundamentally that when they come to this, one of the benefits is, well, hey, I don't have to go get a business license to get started. We understand that. But we don't follow that same logic in the other ways that we don't necessarily need everything that a business has to have for us. Now I'm going to just follow me here. I'm going to get to this now. What it causes us to do, it causes us to purchase the wrong tools and even then for the wrong reasons. Now, we can purchase the wrong training for the wrong reasons. In other words, sometimes we're purchased tools thinking that, you know what, at some point, I'm going to need this. So I'm going to save money and buy this now because at some point I'm going to need this. Now, you might say, you know what, it's my money. It's not a problem. I've got the money this month. Then I'm just going to get it. That may or may not be the right thing to do. It causes us to buy the wrong training for the wrong reasons. Hey, you know what? Here's a great method on doing affiliate marketing. We may not be doing anything with affiliate marketing, but we see a training on affiliate marketing and we say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this because I might need it later. Or it's something that all businesses have to learn how to do who are doing business online. So I'm going to get it and use it later. Again, that might be true. You might use it later, but it is the wrong training for the wrong business, the wrong reasons. And here's the thing. Often what I have found is that you can delay teaming up for the wrong reasons. Typically, when marketers decide they're not going to outsource, they are not going to team up with somebody, or they are not going to get other people involved is because of the cost. And typically, the cost is something that we probably could find the resources to have if we don't spend on some of the things that we should be doing. Now, again, I'm going to get to this even further. Now, here's the key to this, right? It's quite possible that we already have all the pieces that we need and we could still not progress. Right, so you can have everything, and this is the part that I think frustrates people. That you know intuitively when you have everything you need. Right, you know everything you need. You've got everything in place, but somehow or another, you're not progressing at the point at which you want to progress. So how do you move forward? I'm going to suggest a different perspective to you on your information marketing and how you work with it. Right? Let's look at this differently and use some different language.